Good morning and well, happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday for me. I'm heading to the market. I'm in the van. I've had like 2 weeks off. Mainly my wife went away. I had the kids. Also the van had a bit of a tune-up and it's feeling sweet. I've done a few things. One of the things is I needed new wiper blades, which they were degraded. I know that's a little thing, but to me it's a big win. Also it's had a full tune-up and it's had a full like new exhaust systems. Check this out. Ooh, look at that. So it's had like a bit of a pipe fitted, and it's all been tuned up as well because I had a race distributor cap fitted to this quite a while ago, and the timing was off. So that's been done. Everything's been tightened up, greased up, and it is running sweet. I've got a few more bits to do. It's got a couple of oil leaks, so I had to order some some gaskets, which I've now got. So let's go to the market. Let's do a day in the life of a food truck owner. Everything's loaded, so let's get there. Let's go. Okay, so the sound might be a bit loud because I've got the door open and you guys are right in front of me, just where my dials are actually. So yeah, a couple of things, man. The van is running beautifully. Like, it started first time this morning on a cold start. Like when this van's set up right, it just runs like a dream. But yeah, like, man, I'm just gonna close the door actually. I absolutely love it. For those of you who are asking, yes, I get comments about this every single time. I'm not wearing a seatbelt. This van was built before seatbelts were even being put into vehicles in the States. It doesn't have anywhere to fit one. Even if I fit one, to be honest, I'm better off with my chances out the door. That's why I drive with the door open. So it legally does not need one, and I honestly would not be safer if I was wearing one. So anyone who wants to have a go about the seatbelt thing, then you know, I wear them in all my other vehicles. Of course I do, it's law. But in this, I don't have to have one because it is vintage. It's 53 years old. Woo! Let's go. But yeah, a couple of other things I had to do with the van. So the voltage regulator, I'm not right. First of all, I'm not mechanical whatsoever, right? Like, I've never really been that good at fixing cars. I've never really had to. My granddad used to fix cars. He used to do stuff like that. I didn't really learn much from him, which I should have done really. But what I love about this thing is it is so old school. It's so basic. Like, you can see an issue or you can hear it. Like, if there's something wrong, it's quite obvious. And this was making like a weird buzzy noise, and it was the voltage regulator was putting too much voltage from the alternator. It goes from the alternator, but because these are so old school, it doesn't know what to give the battery, how much voltage. So you have a voltage regulator which regulates the voltage coming from the alternator to make sure it's feeding the battery the right amount. And mine was feeding it like 19 volts, where right now I've got a little voltmeter down here. It's saying 14.2, which is perfect. When I'm driving along, it'll be feeding it around 14 volts. So it's a 12 volt battery. So I was overfeeding it, and it was like making this weird buzzy noise because obviously it was faulty. The lucky thing is, that was like a 30 quid fix. The part was cheap. I actually bought two, because I didn't really. There was one direct replacement and one aftermarket one, and I've gone with the aftermarket one because at the back of it had like some kind of coils on the direct replacement for what was already here, but they seem to like degrade and rust. So I got one where it's all internal by the looks of things, and it's running sweet. And it's working really well. Exhaust is sounding nice. Van's picking up nice. I should have improved the MPG. Yeah, I'm well chuffed with how this is running right now. So we're actually almost in town. It's super early as well because it's half term here in the UK. Like, there's no traffic. My kids are off of school. Usually I don't work on half term, but my kids have gone to like a tech camp thing today, so I'm able to come to the market. So I'm pretty much at the top of town now. I need to pop to the shops to get a couple of bits and get set and get ready. Special today is the salsiccia friarielli, which is like a sort of sausage and broccoli. I've done it a few times before. It's a pizza bianca, so it doesn't have any sauce on it, but it is a banger of a pizza, absolutely. So it's got like a pre-cooked, which I cooked off yesterday. I've got some really nice sort of fennel sausage, which I just cook off and crumble up. And the fiorelli, that actually comes in a jar or a tin. It's hard for me to get that fresh and make it myself, but it's a really high quality product. And it's basically sauteed in chili and garlic, and it's incredible. So it's like a little bit bitter, but with the sausage and the saltiness and stuff, it just works really well. And you don't need sauce. The cheese essentially makes the base sauce for this one. So I'm pretty much there. I need to update my social media that I'm coming, and yeah, let's see what the day brings, eh?
So I'm going to spin this round and the van is set. Look at this for weather for a day. Beautiful. Right, let's put my pizza sign up. So you've seen this before. Up here I've got like a 12-volt panel. I'm going to hit my fan on. I'm not going to put my pump on yet because I haven't hooked up my water, but I put that on and then we go out here. Let me extend this so you can see. But if I hit this button, see that pizza light comes up. It's on an actuator. You see, look here. It's on like a little actuator there. And that comes up. There's loads of water in it, but that's fine. And then I can just stop it there. And that is the pizza light up in the van in position. So what I need to do now, I need to just turn that off, because if I don't turn that off, what happens is I'll hit the keys in my pocket and then the sign will go down. But that's it. Right, I'm going to lock up, I'm going to head to the shops, got to get a couple of bits, and then we'll come back and we'll get set for the day. It's cool. Right, ovens are lit. I'm just going to give it a spray down. Get a little bit of like mess to clean up. Always give it a spray down before I start. Make sure everything's clean. It's all been cleaned anyway, but it's just good to give everything a good spray down before we start. So ovens are on. That one's been on a couple of minutes and it's already up at 349 degrees. So yeah, went to the shops, got what I needed to get a little extra basil. Luckily they sell quite big bags at the shops, which is cool. So I just need to open the back up, get the back shelf on, put the front one on, which I'm going to do now, the front hatch. But I'm just going to give that a wipe down. Bin bag. I haven't put my bin bag in yet. That should be like literally that should be the first thing that I always do. So I'm going to get that done. And then yeah, we should be on for it to like at least definitely be serving pizza or selling pizza by 10 AM because it is half term. So a lot of my regulars won't be around because they will be on holiday with their families and kids and stuff. But I'll have extra people because it is the holidays. I'll have a lot of people who aren't around, who like are out in town with their kids and stuff. And I should have extra visitors today, people who can't regularly get to me because they're at work. So they'll come today. So I imagine I see a lot of people probably quite early on, families and kids. So hopefully it'll be busy. I've got about 85 dough balls with me today. I've got to take pizza home for the family, for the wife and the kids. I've got to do one for social, like maybe 2. So I'm going to sell today. I will sell at least 80. Should sell at least 80 pizzas today. 80 pizzas will be a sellout day. So bin bags in. Let me finish wiping down. Right. So that oven is at 550 degrees, so it's fully saturated. So what I'm going to do is turn it down to a lower flame. That one's at 523. I'm going to leave that a little. I get them to 550, so I have them on high flame and I let them rip to 550, and then I know that they're fully saturated with heat. It takes about half hour. We're in 25 minutes, half hour. and then I just put them down to low heat, and they'll just settle out at like 440, 430, something like that, and they'll just stay there all day then. Like, it's because I run the Neo arches. I run these arches, and it basically just locks in all that heat and just lets them rip. But what I have here, I have my tomato sauce, so I'm just getting prepped, and I've got my bowl and my spoon. So I always use this spoon. This is about 80, I think it's about 80 grams of tomato. This spoon, it's a Lily Koi Joypo pizza spoon. Just, I'll put, I think they're on my Amazon shop, which will be in the description, in my link tree in the description, but search around, you can find them. They're really good. Like 20 quid, something like that. It's the perfect spoon. It's like semi sort of flat bottomed, but it's not like an upright spoodle. And in here, this is 3 large tins worth of tomatoes. That's about 7.5 kilos of tomato there. And what I do is just tip it to the spoon so I don't make too much of a splashy mess. And that will do. So that's about half of it in there. This has just been put through a hand mill with salt. If you want to see how I make it, then check out the video in one of these corners. There'll be a link to it, and it's just how I make my sauce. It's me in my home kitchen showing you how I do it. It's really simple. But yeah, just watch the video basically. Like, watch it at the end of this one, right? But it's up there. So that's that done. That lives in the corner over there. Just need to clean down like any little splats, because tomato is acidic. So let's get rid of that. Okay, just put that back down there. That lives in the cabinet. The dough is chilling in there. I've got a couple of the cool plates in the cabinet because it's a little bit warm today. I didn't bring my AC unit. I didn't charge it up. It wasn't supposed to be as warm as it is, apparently. And so I'm expecting to get quite toasty in here later. There's a bit of a breeze and I've got the back door open, which is good. So that's gonna save me from overheating. But yeah, it's looking like it's gonna be a nice day. So what I need to do, I need to cut my onions. I need to fill up everything in the fridge. I need to cut my chilies and sort everything else out. If you didn't know, down here, see these? I have these. This is like cocktail bar condiment holder. I think they're called a condiment holder. These things are really good. This one goes underneath here. They're really good for like your little toppings, like your chilies and your onions and stuff like that. I have one here. This is a stainless steel one. This is a Royal Catering. See, it says Royal Catering on there. This is a stainless steel one. And this one is where all my cutters go. And as you can see, they're all color coded. So green is for veggie, red is for meat. The white one today will be for my white based pizza, so I won't get tomato sauce in it. Yellow is kind of yellow and black. Black is the vegan one, because vegans have no hearts. They do. I'm just kidding. And yellow is kind of like random, sort of like allergy one, something like that. Like, I have spares down here of everything as well, so it's always good to keep multiples of stuff like that. But right now we're going to cut our chilies. We're going to get all the rest of the toppings out. I'll look up here. This is my toppings fridge. In here I have my cheese that I pre-cut yesterday. I've got the Fiorelli. So this is the like Italian broccoli that I said earlier, that's been sauteed in chili and garlic. You can have a look at that. You see a little bit of garlic in there. That lives in there. My andouille is going to go in that one there. I've got my pepperoni, which I already loaded in, and then here I've got the sausage that I pre-cooked yesterday and then crumbled up, and it's been in my fridge at home overnight, and I just loaded it up this morning. So that's the fennel sausage that's been pre-cooked, just to a safe temperature. You can, so in the pizza world, you can like just crumble little raw bits of sausage on, and that's what they generally sort of do that quite a lot in Italy, in Naples. They'll just pinch off little bits of the raw sausage. It will cook quick enough in the oven, but because I'm in a food truck, I don't want to be handling raw meat, and I need to make sure it's cooked. And actually I prefer to pre-cook it. You get a little bit more gnarliness on it. I keep all the fat in there and all the stuff, so it stays nice, and I know that it's safe, and I'm not handling raw food as well. So from like an EHO, an environmental officer sort of standpoint, they would not be happy if I had raw meat and I was going raw, and I'd just be having to wash my hands constantly. So yeah, so that's that. I'm going to put on some tunes. I'm going to start getting ready, and we'll come back and make a pizza. So I'm fully prepped. I've already sold a few pizzas actually. Ovens are holding nice. That's at 480, a bit hot. That one's at 468. That is perfect. I've set up my live stream as well. So that live stream has already happened. If you want to watch it, click on the link up here. This is what it looks like, a picture of my live stream where I've made my thumbnail. I use an app called Photo Room, and I'm about to remake the thumbnail for a story basically. So like you can see, this is like an old one, Gosney oven demo day. So what I'm going to do, actually I'll bring you down here and you can have a look. I'll flip you around and then you can see my phone. So you see this is Gosney oven demo day. So there's me, and what I can do is I can replace myself, and I'll go to like my recent images, and so I use this one, and what it does is, look, it cuts me out. You see that? So it's cut me out. It's put me down here. I'm going to make me a bit smaller. That's that done. I'm gonna get rid of that because I don't need it. I'm gonna change this text to join me live. Oh, someone's commented live on space YouTube. Join me live on YouTube. There we go. I'm going to change the background, and we're going to go to images, and we're going to use, let's have a look, this one here actually. So that's one that I use. I'm going to get rid of that Norwich camping thing. So that's the van looking all cool. I'm going to just move it in a little bit. There's me down the bottom there with the pizza cooked from today. Join me live on YouTube, and then I'll put the link. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I'll put the link up there. You see what I've just done? That's pretty cool, isn't it? So I'm just going to make the colour a bit better on this one, adjust it. So I'm going to just ump the brightness a little bit. And I'm going to pimp the, oh, hold on a minute, there it is. And I'm going to pimp the saturation so it just pumps a little bit more. So look at that. Join me live on YouTube. So there we go. That's a really cool, easy way of just doing a story. I can export that. That's going to export it to my phone. That's exported it to the library. That's done. So then I can leave there. I can go back into the gram, and I can go, go to my stories. Oh, hello, that's you guys. I can go stories, and then there we go. And I've got this here. Join me live on YouTube, and then I'm going to put a link to it. I'll put a link to this story in there so people can join me live. So that's how, I mean, I can do that pretty quickly because I'm so used to it and stuff like that. I'm so used to making these thumbnails, and it looks pretty cool, looks pretty engaging. You could probably do all this within Instagram, but I use an app called Photo Room. It has some AI in it as well, so you can do that. You can make it design backgrounds for you and stuff like that. It's pretty cool actually. So yeah, that's pretty neat. So that's going to go on there. So I need to just add that to the story. So what I do, I go link. I've got to go and get the link from YouTube. Copy link. Paste the link in the story, and then go watch now. So you go watch from 11:30 a.m. That's done. Center it. So there you go. Look, join me live on YouTube. Watch from 11:30 a.m. That's going to get posted. I'll put some tunes on there, some hip hop. I'm not going to show you that because then the YouTube won't like it because they don't like music, and it will kill my monetization, which I don't want. So anyway, let's get this done, and I'll show you a pizza. So what time is it? We are at 11. What time is it? 10:45. 10:45 in the morning. It's nice and early. I need to make a few pizzas for my family for dinner. So what I thought I'd do is explain, for one, how I get a dough ball out of a tray, how I stretch it, and how I put it in the oven. So let's bring you over here and show you this. I'm going to bring you down here. Right, so this is a dough tray. This is dough. This is 63% hydration. It's 24 hours old. It's very well fermented. You see that? It's tacky. It's very nice. It's a little bit warm in here today, so The dough is developing quite well. I've got in my custom cool box, but what we need to do is, don't worry if your dough touches each other like this. It may look annoying, boss man, but it's fine. So what you do, get some flour, just get some flour down each edge, and we're going to use our cutter. Now that's cut it away from that edge. I'm going to do that one, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my cutter down this line, and I'm just going to cut it. So that's cut out now, and then we see that this flour here, there's a little bit of dough there. Just make sure you get underneath it. Okay, so I'm underneath that dough ball now. Okay, and I'm still going underneath it, and now I've got the dough, and I'll just lift it up. So we've got our semolina here, and I'm going to turn it, bring you over here. So I'll show you this angle here. So we've got our semolina here, and I'm going to turn it upside down. I like to keep the top of the dough ball, like that was in the tray, as the top of my pizza, the part that I put the toppings on. So have a look here. Sorry if that's flickering a little bit. Let's see if I can get you in a better light. I think that's better. Right. This is your chance. If it comes out a little bit square, this is your chance to just put it back in around. You see that? I'm just tucking it back into round, but I'm not overly messing with it. And you can see like the nice little fermentation bubbles and stuff on this. That's, you see that little web? That's the gluten web basically. That is like, it's nice, it's fermented, and we're going to turn it around. So this is the top of the dough ball, okay? This is like the smooth side. That's the side I want to top. We've got our semolina. This is a semolina rimancinata. It's like a very fine grade durum wheat, but it doesn't like fly around like flour does. It's a little bit heavier than a flour, like a 00. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get my fingers and I'm going to push the to the crust, and then I'm going to come down. I'm going to form that crust, and at this point I'm going to just spray my hands out a little bit. And now I've done one way, I need to turn it round, so I just lift it up and flip it round. I don't like to flip the dough ball upside down. I don't want to force any more flour into the top of this dough ball. And I'm just doing the same. And you see I'm just using my hand here just to push up against, just to guide up against it, so I get like that nice sort of even crust. At this point I can fit my hands in it, so I'm going to pick it up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you up here so you can see this. You're going to go up the top. Okay, right, so let me just angle this, sorry guys. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just turn my hand over and I'm going to bring the dough with it. Okay, so turn your hand over and I'm going to get my thumb across that part of the dough and my fingers underneath. I'm going to bring the dough with it, and that bit is going to go onto my wrist here, and then I'm just going to hang it there while I get rid of all this excess flour, because you see there's flour on this. I need to get rid of that. I'm going to put my hand at a 90-degree angle and I'm just slamming it down, keeping this hand here. Thumb goes across, little bit of a tug. Now it's just resetting where we were a minute ago. So you turn your hand over and you bring the dough with it. Same spot. And now I've given it a quarter turn. And every time I'm doing it, I'm kind of doing this motion where I'm giving, like forcing it to turn itself round a quarter. And that's it. Basically, you have an opened dough. Should take, if the dough's well fermented, should take no more than like 4 slaps, 4 turns to get round. We have a nice even base. We have no thin spots. Like, crust could be a little bit better, but you get the idea. Right, my little girl, she wanted a margarita with half pepperoni, so it's 1 spoon of sauce in the center, and we're just going to push it out till it meets that crust. And this isn't the full size of the pizza yet. You don't ever want to make your pizza like the size it's going to be at the start. Oh, this might not work. 1 second, see if I can open this without it messing up. Oh, I just need to move my camera, sorry guys. Alright, there we go. Okay. Right, so we get our pecorino. Yeah, if you make it full size, you ain't going to be able to transfer it to the peel because it's going to be too thin, essentially. She doesn't want basil on it, so we're just going to get our mozzarella. This is a fior di latte mozzarella. This one comes from Somerset. It's amazing. And then she wants half pepperoni, so I'm going to get some pepperoni just on half of it. She always picks the pepperoni off anyway and eats it separately. So it's a 50-50. Gonna get our peel, and this is where getting the peel on the pizza as well. So if you just put a little bit of pressure down on the surface and just push it underneath, that's underneath. You can grab it, you can lift it up and just go like that. What you want to watch out for is what I just did there, is that I just grabbed a load of flour off the edge of the surface. We want to get rid of that, because if that sticks to it and goes in the oven, it's going to burn instantly. So at this point, I'm just going to get my fingers underneath it, and I'm going to go to the limits of the peel. This one is a 270 gram dough ball. It will make a 12-inch plus pizza. And this is just your chance to just rejig anything. And we're good. We're all good, ready for the oven. So come down here. Let me flip you around. Pizza is on the peel. Oven is hot. Let's go. So I'm going to get it straight into the oven, running at 470 degrees. I'm going to go straight in, I'm going to go down, and I'm going to pull it out. Okay, and now it's on the base. I can edge it out a little bit. It's one swift movement. I'm just going to turn the oven up a little bit. If you have a look, we're running at 470 odd. And I'm going to get my turning peel. And I know this oven is saturated. It's running at a nice temperature. And you can see it starting to rise there on the left hand side. Just going to get my peel. I'm just going to block that flame a little bit. Just going to have a little peek. Yeah, we're getting a nice colour on it. I just want to block that flame because I want to make sure that the whole base is going to settle before I go in for its first turn. If you go in too early and the right hand side, furthest away from the flame, hasn't kind of like settled out a little bit, you're likely to rip it. I know I can now go in for its full turn, and I'm just going to give it a full 180. I'm going to check that base. Yeah, it's cooking nice. I'm going to go back in. I'm just going to guard it a little bit so it can sit on that base a little bit longer without the top kind of getting too much colour. So you can just use your peel as a bit of a shield. Back in, underneath, another little quarter turn. Just going to adjust the flame a little bit down. I'm getting a really nice melt out on the cheese. Another little check of the base. I know that's cooked out now. I'm just going to lift it up and I'm going to spin it in one spot. I'm going to show you how I do this spin outside the oven as well. And that's done. So you go, that is cooked. Right, now that spin outside the oven, let me just tell you what, I'm just going to put that down there for a second. I'm going to move these pizza boxes and I'm going to show you this just here. So say this is the edge of your oven, okay? Like the pivot, that's your mantle or the edge of your oven. You're using it as a pivot point with your peel. And what I'm doing when I pick it up is I'm just tilting one edge and I'm pulling it towards me and pushing it back in. Tilting one edge, pulling it towards me. So what I'm doing is I'm actually just doing, let me move these boxes. I'm actually just doing this motion. So if you have a look in the oven, I'm doing this motion. I'm just doing this. The best way of you practicing this at home is either cook a pizza and let it cool down. It's just this motion, look. And that's all I'm doing inside the oven. Okay? The best way of you practicing this at home is to either have a fully cooked pizza that's cooled down, or, well, that almost fell off, or get yourself, let me just talk to you, or get yourself a couple of like tortilla wraps, right? Staple them together, or even just one, it'll be fine. But two is a bit heavier. Staple them together and just practice on your worktop, wherever you do, or even in your oven. Keep your oven off, have it cold, and just practice with your peel. I guarantee 5 to 10 minutes of doing that, and you will nail it. You will like literally, you'll just be like because when you've got the oven on and you're cooking a pizza, you've got seconds. You don't have time to like practice, right? It's kind of like one hit. You're cooking a pizza in a minute, and you just don't have that time. So to practice, a couple of tortilla wraps, or just something that's round and the right sort of weight, and you can get it. And have a look at this pizza. Let me show you this. So that's the one we just cooked. You just saw me do it from start to finish. Have a look at the underside. Perfect colour on the underside. Like nice lightness to it. It's lost its initial crunch out the oven. But that's my daughter's dinner. And that is essentially how I open a base, get it on a peel, and get it in the oven, and then get it out the oven and spin it. And that's a beauty. It's like, there's a couple of ways you can get them onto the peel as well. And like you can do the whole like, you know, have the peel slightly raised up at an angle. Let me show you this over here. So you see I've got it raised up at an angle here, and you can crab the pizza, so you get your fingers underneath either side and you like lift either side. So you've actually only got a little bit of a contact point, and then you slide it onto the pizza, onto the peel. And that way as well, you've stretched it one way already, and then you only have to stretch another way. And I'll tell you what, let's just show you that. Right, got our dough again. I'm gonna cut one out. I'll show you this from up here. This one here. Gonna get down the edges. Gonna make sure I separate it from the other dough. Get underneath it, straight up. Get a nice bit of our semolina. Put it upside down. Show you this down here again. Right, gonna get it back in a round. You don't want to overly mess with it. The more you kind of mess with it, the more you're going to strengthen it. And I'm going to push the air to the crust, work my way around, and up any little bubbles, I get rid of them because they just turn into little dough explosions. Flip it around, hand can fit inside it. Going to turn it over with my hand. Slap, 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 slap. Done. We have our round. My little boy wants a cheesy garlic pizza. So no, cheesy and pepperoni. So he doesn't want any sauce on his, so we're just going to get our cheese. And we're just going to get some roni. This roni is the properoni stuff. They came to visit me the other week. You might have the video is coming out in a couple of days. You probably might have seen it at this point. They came and did a little interview with me. It's really good stuff. So that's that done. I'm going to show you getting it onto a peel this way. So bring you in here. So what I'm going to do, get rid of all this excess flour. It has enough on it. Peel is tilted up. I'm just going to see this. I'm just getting underneath it and lifting it one way, and I'm just sliding it onto the peel. And you see I've stretched it one way there. And bring it close to you. So I've overstretched it. So I just only need to go this way now, and then that way, and then we've basically gone to the limits of the peel. I'm doing this the wrong way around. Here we go. I've got to spin it round because it's confusing me. There we go. I have moved everything. Thing is, when you do that technique, stuff does kind of like move around a little bit more. So you just want to rejig your toppings, redistribute everything. Make sure you've got enough of everything on there. You know, because it looked full when it was before it got fully stretched. Right, and that is ready for the oven. So let me show you this again. Pizza is on the peel. Lift it up. Oven's running a little bit lower. Going to go straight down, and I'm going to pull straight out into your shoulder. And now turn the oven up. Again, I'm just gonna block the flame. I'll get in there, just block the flame a little bit. I'm thinking about quite a lot. I'm looking at the whole pizza. I'm looking how it's rising on that first like left hand side closest to the flame. I'm looking for the colour. You see it starting to come up now. You're getting a bit of the colour on this edge just here. So I'm just going to get underneath. Yep, it's looking good. I'm just going to block it a little bit. You know, I turned the oven down a little bit when I took that first pizza out. Now it's ready for its first turn. I know I can confidently get underneath it and it's not going to rip. And there we go. Have a look at that. Beautiful colour on this one. Cheese has started to melt out. Pepperoni's curling up. Again, just going to block it a little bit over that side because I don't want it to get too much colour. Get in another little quarter turn. Really nice cook out on this one. You see the cheese bubbling away. Another little turn. Once I can see that the dough is not rising anymore, it means I've cooked out all that dough. I've cooked out the moisture in it. I'm just going to lift it up and I'm going to spin it, touching that one edge down, pulling it towards me, one edge down towards me, spin it round, and we're done. Look at that. It's a beautiful colour on this one. Nice melt out on the cheese. I actually really like this pizza that he likes. It's like the pepperoni just kind of leaks out its oils and stuff into it. Have a listen to this. Crunchy. Get my mic in there, look. Beautiful. I mean, this is going to get reheated for his dinner, so I'm not worried about it being in the box and closing the lid, but that's a banger. So there you go. Just before we start our service, cooked a couple of pizzas for the kids for later. I can just let them cool down, and then I'll probably put them in the cooler, put them to one side, and I'll have them later on. So they'll just go in a home oven. I'll reheat them. Like, oven will be on max temperature, probably about 260, 250 degrees, and they'll reheat in like 4 minutes, and they'll be like they've just come out of this oven. Basically, it's perfect. So, like, if you want to, that's the other thing as well. I always get people say to me, "Oh, I've made like my dough recipes out there, right?" And most of them, I work with a kilo flour. Now, 1 kilo will make you enough for 6 dough balls. A lot of people don't want to use 6 dough balls, and that's understandable. There might only be 2 of them. They only want to cook 1 pizza. So you could just half the recipe and do like 3.5, or like 3 bigger ones, or 2 like 2 larger ones, or 3 or 4 smaller dough balls. It's up to you, depending what oven you've got. Or you could do the whole 6, work off a kilo of flour. Don't worry about freezing them. Don't freeze the dough balls. If you want to freeze your dough, you kind of need to add more yeast. It could do with a little bit of oil in it and stuff like that. So the best thing you can do is just have a good session. Make the 6 pizzas, and then they will last a couple of days in the fridge. Wrap the pizza up, put it in a box, whatever, wrap it up. Or freeze it. Freeze the whole pizza and then reheat the full pizza from frozen. Just have them in the freezer. So if you just want, like, you don't really want to have to make dough, you don't want to do anything, but you want a quick pizza on, you're working late, you come home, you fancy one, just grab one from the freezer and stick it in. It works really well. So yeah, don't overly worry about freezing your dough. Freeze the whole pizza. That's the best thing to do. Okay. That one's done. It's getting quite cute already. I like it. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. That's how you know your pizza's
Busy early on, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll see. Boss man,
How you doing, beautiful?
I'm very well. Usual?
Yes, please. Let's live life on the edge and have exactly the same as I'm
Let's go
have
crazy.
tomorrow and the year after.
Awesome.
How's your streaming? You up and running?
In 3 minutes.
그래도 10살 안 넘으면 누가 그랬어요. 10살 전후가 언어가 똑같대요. 그때는 아무거나 막 6개월 가르쳐주고 애들이 엄청 빨아들인다는 거예요. 10살 오히려 익숙하신 10살이에요. 왜냐면 5살
Right.
전에는
Cool. Having a good day?
그때는
Awesome.
10살이 그래서 10살이 빠르게 학습할 수 있는 어떤 교정책이 있어요. 그래서 근데 학교에 왜 프렌치를 배우고 영어를 배우고 이러잖아요. 왜 코리아는 배우면 안 되겠다. 이제 좀 하고 있거든요. 근데 이게 그래서 집에서 한국말 엄마는 왜 한국말 말하고 이게 어려워요. 이렇게 어려웠어. 한국말도 되게 있더라고요. 실제로 우리 아직 친구들 한국말 날 보면 안녕? 우리 학교에도 한국어를 제일 외국어로 엄마가 같이 내가 있는 거예요. 신기하지 않아요?
Margaritas on top.
Do you set up anywhere else or just in Albans?
I'm just here. I do other little events every now and again, parties and things. I've got a few coming up, weddings, evening food, stuff like that. But midweek, it's generally just here, just on a Wednesday.
Good foot traffic.
It's really good. Yeah, I've been on the market for over 8 years now, so it's a lot of my customers are regulars that have been coming for. Some of them have been coming since day one. So yeah, like every week. I'm sure. I wonder. I don't even. You know what? There might be someone. I wonder if there is someone who's been here every week I've been here. I'll have to try and figure that out because I do see a lot of the same faces.
I'm black.
Yeah. Should probably give them a discount if they have, or a gold card or something.
They're subscribing now. Pay attention. Let you know.
Yeah.
Margarita, pepperoni. Both.
Cool.
It takes a long time to line up.
Quite really.
Just admiring your cameras.
Oh yeah, that's just. Oh, I've got another two in here that are.
Really?
Yeah, that aren't up and running, and one of them overheated because it doesn't like it. But this one's the best one. This one's the 360 one. This one's wild. So like, let's start recording actually. So that will literally be recording now, but it's recording everywhere. So me and like in front. And in the edit, the wildest thing is like it makes the selfie stick invisible, and you can set it up anywhere. But in the edit, you can like move it wherever you want. This thing's absolutely wild. It shoots in 8K as well, so it's like look, so look, it's shooting everywhere all the time. 8 left to sell, so we're pretty much done. Battery of the camera is running low. And this one's pepperoni. What time is it? About 2 minutes to 2. Okay, this one. Right, you're in. Hello, hi, thanks for waiting.
Can we get a margarita and a pepperoni, and can we leave a £5 tip as well?
You don't have to do that. No, please. Go and spend it somewhere else. That's why you don't need to give me a tip.
Spend it here.
No. Thank you though, but you don't need to do that. Go buy yourself an ice cream. So actually, Darlish might be around the corner. There's a pop-up ice cream shop. Go get ice cream. Do that.
Alright.
But thank you. You don't have to do that. Why do you want to leave me a tip?
We're fans.
Oh, okay. I'd much rather you buy something else for someone else. Do you watch the streams or just a bit of everything? Okay, cool. Is it just, are you into pizza and stuff? Hi, thank you, there's your pepperoni. Are you into pizza nerd up on pizza? Do you just like pizza? Is that, or is it just YouTube in general?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yo, so that's it. Sorry, yeah, kind of like this camera overheated because it was hot in my van. My other camera ran out of storage and the other one ran out of battery, so kind of ran out of all juice, and I was streaming with my phone. I have like 4 cameras and then like they all ran out, so basically I'm back in the van. I've finished. It is now, what time is it? What time is it? Where's my phone? Let's have a look. It is 3:30. So like I sold out basically just before 2:30. I had that Mario guy who came along on one of my videos. You might have seen him earlier. Dude wants to set up a business and he wanted to come and chat to me, so I logged off the stream and finished that up, and then I've just been cleaning up. So I had a full clean down, everything's nice and clean and tidy, and the van is now warming up, ready to go home. So basically, I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for being here. If you're not subscribed, then you know what to do. Hit the subscribe. And if, as always, if you want like literally my recipe, the same process that I did for this, that I did for for today, then check out my recipe just here and make sure you guys subscribe. Okay, either here or here. I don't know where it is. It's probably gonna be here. But yeah, anyway, take care. See you soon. Bye.